Have you ever wondered who the ancient Egyptians worshipped before the advent of monotheism? Let's journey back in time to a period when gods walked the earth and ruled the heavens. Among these divine beings, one stands out for its distinctive imagery and enduring cultural influence: Horus, the ancient Egyptian sky god. Horus, often depicted as a falcon or a man with a falcon's head, is a symbol of power and sovereignty. His piercing gaze encompasses the heavens and the earth, symbolizing his dominion over the sky. But Horus is more than just a sky god. He is a representation of the pharaohs themselves, embodying their divine right to rule and their connection to the celestial realm. An iconic symbol associated with Horus is the Eye of Horus, a powerful emblem often used in jewelry and protective amulets. This symbol carries several meanings, including protection, royal power, and good health. It is believed that the Eye of Horus has healing properties and the ability to ward off evil spirits. But the Eye of Horus is not just a simple amulet. It's a complex symbol that reflects the ancient Egyptians' understanding of mathematics and astronomy. It's divided into 6 parts, each representing a sense: sight, hearing, thought, taste, smell, and touch. These components also correspond to fractions, illustrating the Egyptians' sophisticated knowledge of mathematics. The enigma of Horus extends beyond his iconic image and the eye. His story is deeply woven into the fabric of ancient Egyptian society, religion, and mythology. His tales of courage, power, and wisdom permeate the ancient Egyptian texts, providing insights into their worldview and values. Horus is a fascinating figure, a god who embodies the complexities and the mysteries of ancient Egyptian civilization. His legacy continues to captivate us, inviting us to explore the rich tapestry of Egyptian history and culture. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the legend of Horus, a god who ruled the sky and the earth. The birth story of Horus is as fascinating as his reign. Born from the union of Isis, the goddess of motherhood and magic, and Osiris, the god of the underworld, his birth carries a tale of intrigue, power, and resurrection. Let's cast our minds back to ancient Egypt, a time when gods walked among mortals and their stories were woven into the fabric of everyday life. Isis, a revered goddess, was married to Osiris, the king of Egypt. Their reign was peaceful until Osiris's brother Seth, driven by jealousy and greed, murdered Osiris and seized the throne. In the face of adversity, Isis, devastated yet determined, set out on a journey to resurrect her beloved Osiris. She used her magical powers to conceive a child with Osiris, hoping to bring forth an heir who could reclaim the throne. This child was Horus, whose name in ancient Egyptian means the distant one, perhaps alluding to the unique circumstances of his conception. The story of Horus's birth is a testament to his future role as a protector and ruler. From the moment of his birth, he was destined for greatness. He was born in secret, hidden from Seth's prying eyes, and under the protection of his mother's magic. He grew up in the marshes of the Nile, under the watchful eyes of his mother and the protective deities she summoned. Horus was not just a child born out of love, but also a beacon of hope. His birth symbolized rebirth and resurrection, a new beginning after the tragic death of Osiris. He was the embodiment of the divine power of kingship, the legitimate heir to the throne of Egypt. His birth was a prophecy of his future, a future where he would rise to reclaim his father's throne, avenge his death, and establish his rule over Egypt. Thus, Horus was born, destined to become a powerful figure in ancient Egyptian mythology. Horus was not just a god to the ancient Egyptians, he was their ruler. Now let's delve into the realm of Horus's influence, where he was much more than a religious figure. Horus was a ruler, a pharaoh, a sovereign who held sway over the vast expanses of the sky and the fertile plains of the earth. Often depicted as a falcon or a man with a falcon head, Horus signified both power and precision. The falcon, known for its keen vision and its ability to soar high above the earth, was an apt representation of Horus's rule. It symbolized his comprehensive dominion over the sky and the earth, his sharp insight into the affairs of his kingdom, and his omnipresent vigilance over his subjects. But the rulership of Horus was not a peaceful ascension to the throne. It was a position he had to fight for, a position he had to earn, And this brings us to the famous battle with Set, his uncle. Set, the god of chaos and storms, usurped the throne after the murder of Osiris, Horus's father. This sparked a legendary conflict that was as much about avenging a father's death as it was about the rightful claim to the throne. The battle was fierce and tumultuous, much like the personalities of the two gods. Set with his chaotic might and Horus with his strategic prowess clashed in a showdown that echoed through the cosmos. Despite numerous setbacks, Horus persevered, embodying the resilience and determination that would later come to define him as a ruler. In the end, Horus emerged victorious, reclaiming the throne and restoring order to the kingdom. His triumph over Set was not just a personal victory, but a victory for all of Egypt. It marked the beginning of a new era, an era of just rule under the watchful eyes of Horus. Horus's reign was not without conflict, but it was his courage and determination that established him as a revered ruler. His story is a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring fight for justice. It's a narrative that continues to captivate us thousands of years later as we unravel the enigma of Horus, the ruler. If you've ever seen a strange eye symbol associated with ancient Egypt, you've probably seen the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus, also known as the Wadjet, is one of the most recognizable symbols from ancient Egypt. But what did it represent to the Egyptians? A symbol of protection, royal power, and good health, the Eye of Horus was much more than a simple image. It was an amulet, a potent talisman, and a statement of divine right. Let's delve into the mythology for a moment. The Eye of Horus wasn't just a symbol, it was part of a story, a tale of conflict between Horus and his uncle Set. The two deities were embroiled in a fierce battle for the throne of Egypt, during which Horus lost his left eye. This wasn't just a physical wound, it was a metaphorical loss of wholeness and power. But here's where the story takes a turn. The eye was restored by Thoth, the god of wisdom and magic, symbolizing healing and restoration. This restoration transformed the eye into a symbol of revival and healing, not just for Horus, but for all of Egypt. It was believed to possess magical healing properties, and it became a symbol of protection against evil. The Eye of Horus was not just a passive symbol, it was an active participant in the lives of the ancient Egyptians. It was painted on the bows of boats to ensure safe passage through stormy waters. It was inscribed on tombs and amulets to safeguard the wearer from harm. And in a society where the line between the physical and spiritual realms was often blurred, the Eye of Horus was a constant reminder of the divine presence. The eye was also a symbol of royal power. It was frequently depicted alongside the pharaoh, reinforcing their divine right to rule. It was a statement of authority, a declaration that the pharaoh was the earthly embodiment of Horus himself. The Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection and power, is a testament to Horus's enduring influence. The influence of Horus extends far beyond the confines of ancient Egypt. As we delve deeper into the unfathomable depths of time, we see that the legacy of Horus is not locked away in the dusty tombs of the pharaohs, but it lives and breathes in our modern culture. This God-Pharaoh of old, with his falcon head and his skyward gaze, refuses to be forgotten. Horus's story, rich with elements of heroism, betrayal, and redemption, has found its way into the narratives of various cultures and religions. His tale has been adopted and adapted, woven into the fabric of countless mythologies, each interpretation shedding a different light on this complex character. From the ancient Greeks who identified him with their god Apollo, to the Romans, who saw in him the embodiment of their sun god Sol, Horus's story continues to resonate, echoing through the corridors of time. But it's not just his story that has endured. The symbols associated with Horus, particularly the Eye of Horus, are omnipresent in modern iconography. This ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, and good health has transcended its original context. Today, it adorns jewelry and talismans. It's etched into architecture and even inked onto skin as tattoos. It's a testament to the enduring fascination humanity has with the mysteries of ancient Egypt and the allure of the unknown. In the realm of popular culture, Horus and his symbols have found their way into literature, films, and video games, further entrenching his legacy in the collective consciousness. Whether it's the depiction of the God-Pharaoh in fantasy novels, or the use of his symbols in blockbuster movies, Horus's influence is pervasive, weaving its way into the tapestry of our shared cultural narrative. From ancient Egypt to the modern world, the legend of Horus continues to captivate us with its mystery and power. His story, his symbols, his legacy, they all serve as a reminder that the past is not something that's merely left behind. It's something that shapes us, that influences us, and continues to resonate through the ages.